Happy to be with you this evening. This is amazing. Okay. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is phenomenal. I'm so excited to be with you. It's a great day that the Lord has made, that we should rejoice and be glad in it. I'm happy to be with you, and I am missing all of you. Okay, I'm missing all of you. Of course, my heart is with you, although we are on vacation, although we are resting, but my heart is with you. Okay. It's just that it is night over here. The time here is 10 minutes after 3. The time here is 10 minutes after 3 in the night, or is it in the morning? 10 minutes past 3 a.m. I would have given you a peep around my room, and I've shown you my room is it's just almost directly opposite the swimming pool here. Very wonderful view, big, massive view, big, massive glasses here. Very amazing view. As a matter of fact, I have promised myself that every year I must go on vacation. I must go to 2 countries minimum every year. Is a must. Henceforth, going forward, they say it's beautiful. Yes, it's beautiful. It's good to work very hard. Okay. And then after working very hard, it's also good to relax, to rest. And I want to tell you that you deserve to be on vacation too. Okay. See, this vacation is not for only one person, no, or two. You too, you're supposed to be on the vacation. So as I'm talking to you, in fact, it's lonely. In fact, at a point in time, I was wishing, I say, how I wish you were here. If you were here, this vacation would have made more sense. So I told myself, I'm not going to go alone again. There's no time I go on vacation that I'll go alone. I must go with some people from my team. I must go with some people from my team. I will not go alone again. Going alone is not fun. Okay. So I want to believe God that the next time I'll be on vacation with you. In fact, the next vacation, we are going to be in that vacation together. Okay. So congratulations to us, because the next vacation is coming up sometime this year. Another vacation is coming up again. Oh. Are you ready for vacation? Are you ready? If you are ready, type vacation on the chat handle. Do you know the best part about all this vacation, all this whole thing? The fact that even though I'm on vacation, it did not stop me from making money. Yes. While on vacation, I've made some people's salary for the next 3 months. Yes. It did not stop me from making money. While on vacation, I've made some people's salary for, yes, for the next 3 months. I've made some people's salary for the next 1 month, the next 2 months. And that's what our business is about. Yes, our business is about leverage, building leverage systems. On this vacation, I've met people from different nationalities. I've met people from India, from Qatar, from Singapore, from different countries, from Germany, different languages. Omo, this God is too much. Different tribes, different languages, different people. Some big, some very small, some fair, um some some dark, some half caste, some like different. You meet a lot of people, different places, wonderful view. Okay, I've also had the opportunity to eat different types of meals. Of course, in the hotel where we lodge, there's complimentary meal. So when you wake up in the morning, they will open the buffet for you. When they open the buffet, they are going to ask every person to serve themselves. When you go there, you're going to see all types of food. There's different types of food. There's this, there's that, there's the other. They say, eat as much as you can. Eat as much as you can. Or yeah, seafood, chop. The next thing you do, you start eating, and they'll give you time. They say between so time and so time, anything you eat here, don't pay for it. It's free. So your own is to come out and start eating. Eat. The stiffest you say is there loy loy. There's no loy loy. Oh. But there are different cuisines, okay? Different cuisines, different food, different meals. Fruits, apples, oranges, anything you dey, watermelon. They say carry as much as you can. Omo, see you see food, you don tire, you no fit. You can't fit. You're the one that even get tired. If you are there, what will you do? How much food will you be able to eat before the time is up? So when they say vacation next time, once they just say va, you say cation. Okay? When they say va, you say cation. And do you know what? It's also good that you should build your business to the point where you can be making money even while you are on vacation. Okay? And I want to congratulate every one of you that have witnessed this vacation or that have seen this video, the videos. I want to congratulate all of you that have seen the videos or that is part of the training. I want to congratulate all of you that have seen the training, that have seen the videos, or is part of this training, because what goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. It means that the next vacation will be you. Okay? That's why I have to wake up by 18 minutes past 3 a.m. to speak with you. We are 7 hours ahead in time. We are 7 hours ahead. 7 hours ahead. So if you minus, what's the time there in Nigeria? What's the time now? 8:19. Okay, so here it is 3:19 a.m. It is 3. Can you see how this God is great? It is 8:19 p.m. there, and it is 3:19 a.m. here. Exact same time, 7 hours difference. 19 minutes, 19 minutes. Okay. So that's the greatness of God. One of the things that this journey has helped me to understand is that God is not a man. God is not a small boy. This God is big. This God is great. This God is mighty. I was thinking, I said, for somebody to have been able to put up this kind of system, that person is not a man. No. Put up something that is so big, so massive. Okay, this God is not a small boy, so he's supposed to be worshipped. Okay, he's supposed to be worshipped. He's supposed to be worshipped. And that's why number one cardinal culture of our business is commit your business into the hand of God. Okay, this God is awesome. Tonight, I have a very important information to share with you. And that's why I have to wake up and be awake even when others are sleeping to make sure that this information is conveyed. You do yourself a great word of good if you are going to be with me to the end of this meeting. I said, you'll be doing yourself a great word of good if you'll be with me to the end of this meeting. So how many of us are going to stay with me on this meeting to the end? Type 1. You're going to be in this meeting with me to the end of the meeting. Type 1 on the chat handle. I'm going to be as fast as I can, and I'm going to make it as straight to the point as possible and as direct as possible. But you have to make a commitment. And when you type 1 on the chat handle, it means that you're making a commitment that you're going to stay with me to the end of this meeting. So how many of us are making that commitment? How many of us are making the commitment? Just type 1. So, okay, on my own part, I want to keep to my side of the bargain. This evening, I'm going to be talking to us briefly about the 7 levels of wealth. I'm going to, from this point here, I'm going to drive home my message or my information to you. The 7 levels of wealth. Okay. Now, there are 7 levels from which wealth can be created. There are 7 wealth levels. Many people think that there are 2 levels of wealth. Many people think that there is just, in fact, the vast majority of people take it that there is 1 level of wealth. Most people operate from 1 level of wealth, whereas in ideal terms, there are 7 different levels of wealth. Let me start by showing you level 1. The level 1 of wealth. Okay, before I even show you level 1, what is wealth in itself? What is wealth? Wealth is the abundance of valuable financial assets or physical possessions which can be converted into a form that can be used for transactions. I say wealth is the abundance of valuable financial assets or physical possessions which can be converted into a form that can be used for transaction. Can you hear me? Am I audible? And can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay. So wealth is the abundance of valuable financial assets. So when you have valuable financial assets or physical possessions that can be converted into use is wealth. Now, is cash wealth? Somebody is asking, or there's a question. In fact, most people take cash as the major form of wealth. Most people see cash as the main form of wealth. I said that earlier. But cash is just one of the forms of wealth. Cash is just one of the forms. Do you know what? You are very poor if money is the only form of wealth that you have. You are very poor. You're not just poor, but you are very poor if money is the only form of wealth you have. In other words, money is good. Having money is awesome. As a matter of fact, you cannot do without money. But money is one of the least form of wealth. There are different other types of wealth that you and I must possess. Now, one of the form of wealth that you must have and I must have is what we call spiritual wealth. Spiritual wealth has to do with your relationship with God, your creator. Spiritual wealth has to do with you maintaining a cordial relationship with God, building a relationship with your maker, building a relationship with God. Of course, in this part of the world, in the western part of the world, you find out that many people don't take God seriously. Some people do, some people don't. Some people say they are atheists, they are what have you. Well, those people are poor in this form of wealth because they have no relationship with their maker. And the thing is that if you don't regard God now, you must regard him later because you can't run away from him. You either meet him on a good side or you meet him on a bad side. No matter what any person believes or cares to say, it doesn't change the fact that God remains God. Therefore, it is advised that we should have a very cordial relationship with God. If you can hear me, type it on the chat handle. Have a cordial relationship with God. If you can hear me, type it on the chat handle. Have a cordial relationship with God. Yes, you can build your relationship with God just the same way you build your relationship with somebody. You can actually build your relationship with God. You can build your communication with Him. You can build it. It's something that you can grow. It's something that you can grow over time. Yes, you can grow from one level to the other. In fact, you can become very close to God because you have intentionally invested into building your relationship with God. So you can imagine if God is your friend, if God is by your side. Even the Bible says, if God be for you, no man can be against you. No spirits, no boy, nobody can do you nothing because you are in good terms with God. Okay, so it's a form of wealth, spiritual wealth. Okay, spiritual wealth. And like I was saying, I said while we're traveling, when I was looking out of the window from the aeroplane and from the places we've gone to, I just saw the handwork of God. This God is massive. This God is, there's no way this whole system is running on its own just like that. Somebody of higher intelligence have been able to put up this together, and that's God. So that's the first form of wealth. Now let's talk about the second form of wealth. The second form of wealth is knowledge or intellectual wealth. Knowledge or intellectual wealth. Okay? The intellectual property you have is a form of wealth. I learned that overseas, in fact, in Qatar, the indigents of the country, the government gives them loan if they need loan for anything with zero interest and zero tax. You know, Qatar is a tax-free country, no interest, no tax. The government gives them loan to do business based on their intellectual property. If you have a good idea, you go and share it with the bank. The bank will give you money with no tax. Even foreigners that want to do business in Qatar, the government, if you have a very good idea, they will give you tax, and they will give you loan without any tax. They will tell you, do the business here. We'll give you money, we'll give you everything you need, but you share the profit with us 50-50. You give government 50, you take 50. Yes, it's a form of wealth. They have the intellectual property, so the government gives them loan to do business. So it's a form of wealth. The knowledge you have, the information at your disposal is a form of wealth. The information at your disposal is a form of wealth. How much information do you have at your disposal? How much knowledge do you have at your disposal? It's a form of wealth. In fact, if you have more information, you will be able to do better. If you have more knowledge, if you have more ideas, if you have more information at your fingertip, you'll be able to operate maximally, optimally, as compared with somebody that does not have as much information as you do. Okay, so knowledge or intellectual property is the second form of wealth. Now let's look at the third form of wealth. The third form of wealth is legacy wealth. Third form of wealth is legacy wealth. Legacy wealth is the wealth that you have built based on your contribution. Now, many people don't like contributing anything. They don't like to contribute anything. They don't like to participate. They don't like to do anything. At the end of the day, they are not building any legacy. They are not doing something that will stand the test of time, that will make their names to be heard. Legacy wealth is the type of wealth that you build based on your good works. Some people leave bad legacies that when people remember them, they remember them for the bad things that they did. Okay? We remember there are some leaders in our country that when we remember their names, we don't remember them for anything than corruption, than the money they stole, than things that they did in the past. Some of them killed people, some of them were inhuman, you know. Whereas we also remember some people based on the good things and the contributions that they made to the society and to the world at large. So, another form of wealth is legacy wealth. The legacy you left in your nuclear family, in your extended family, okay? Legacy in your family. Okay, another one is the legacy you left in your community. Okay, your community, your local groups where you find yourself, in your church, in your different communities that you might belong to. The legacy you left is a form of wealth. In fact, there's a kind of legacy you will leave. Your child can just, by mere mentioning that I am the son of, or I am the daughter of, once the person mention your name opens doors for that person. I don't know if I'm making sense. Does it make any sense? The mere fact that your child mentions your name, or somebody mentions you, say, I am the son of, I am the daughter of. The moment the person says that, doors open for the person. They say, oh, come on, come on, come on. You mean you are the son of so person? Say yes. Please come in, come in, come in, come in, come in, have a seat. They begin to attend to the person differently because you built a legacy. Because you built a legacy. I am the brother of, I am the sister of, I am the child of. Okay, so the legacy you left in your local community, and then on the broader scale, the legacy that you leave in the nation and in the world at large. Okay, this is another form of wealth, where you leave legacy in the nation and you leave legacy in the world. So let me ask you a question. Which stage, and you know what, this legacy wealth, it has different stages. Some people stop at stage one, their legacy ends in their family. Some people stop at stage two, their legacy ends in their local community. Some people stop at stage, some people get to stage three, where they leave a legacy to the nation and to the world at large. Where will your own legacy stop? Or where will you want your legacy to stop? Is it as A, B, or C? Or all of them? Which of them? A, B, C, or all of them? Your legacy. When you're no more, when you're no longer on planet Earth, where will your legacy stop? Is it at A, or will it be at B, or will it be at C? Or will you have successfully lived a life that you can be termed a wealthy man or a wealthy woman, because somehow you are able to influence a lot of people's, a lot of lives, a lot of people, through your life, through your choices, through your decisions, through the things you did, through what you said, through how you behaved. Even when you were angry, you had the right to react. You had the right to do anything you wanted to do. But you chose to leave a legacy. Okay? So the ball is in your court. Another thing I like about our business is that if we are relating this to our business, you'll find out that our business gives you the capacity to also leave a legacy. While you are building this business, while you are growing this business, you are affecting your family, you are affecting your local community, you are affecting the nation and the world at large. That's the beauty of our business. Let's go to wealth number 4. Time will fail us to keep talking about number 3. Number 4 is time wealth. Okay, time wealth. Another form of wealth is your ability to control time, the freedom to control your time and use it as you deem fit. Now, this is what many 9 to 5 people who work 9 to 5, I'm sorry to say, but they don't have time freedom. In fact, should I even be apologizing? It's the truth. People that will do 9 to 5 for 35 years, you just promise yourself that I'm not going to be doing so many things because I must be at the job. So, and that's why you are doing this business, because when you're doing this business, you are now moving away from that circle. You're moving away from that cycle. That cycle, okay? That cycle, okay? This business gives you time freedom. This business gives you the ability to control time, okay? This business gives you the ability to control your time. You can imagine that yesterday, Monday, we're busy going from visiting one location or the other, taking pictures, snapping, smiling to the camera, and we're still making money. That's what the business is all about. Um, I'm here with the mastermind. The mastermind was telling us about some of the projects that he has now that he's doing. He said, and they are all capital intensive. But he said, even while he's on vacation, he's making millions upon millions of naira. That's what it should be like. So if you are not in control of your time, so let me even ask, what is the degree of control you have over your time? What is the degree of control you have over your time? Now, don't get it twisted. When you start your business, many people make the mistake of thinking that when they just start their business, not just this business, when they start business, they expect to start succeeding overnight. That's another side of the same coin. When you start the business, they want to start having all the time freedom and what have you. No, it doesn't happen that way. You first of all sow the seed, invest your time, build yourself, build your business, build your base. Then you will now have time freedom later on. After some period of building and then raising leaders and then building your foundation, do you know what? You can now be able to enjoy complete time freedom. When we were able to, one of these stores we went to in the mall, okay, when we were on vacation in Qatar. Now I'm in Singapore. But when we were in Qatar, we entered this store, and the indigenes in Qatar, they don't buy things from just roadside shops. If you are with me, say type 1 on the chat handle. If you are with me, type 1. I want to say some things now. I want to be sure you're paying attention. As a Qatarian, when you are born in Qatar, the first thing is that they will welcome you to the world. From the reports we got, the government will pay you $500,000 as welcome. Welcome, baby. Welcome, child. They will pay you $500,000 first to welcome you. Say you are highly welcome. The indigenes in Qatar, they don't allow them, they don't work. Most of them don't work. Most of them don't work. And even if you work, you don't work more than 3 hours in a day. Did you hear what I said? They don't work more than 3 hours in a day. In fact, most of the work is done by non-indigenous. You will see people from different nationalities, the barbers, the cleaners, all the people that do all the other work is people from other nationalities. But the main indigenes, they rarely work. In fact, the poorest family in Qatar, the poorest family, every month has a monthly income of about $50,000. That's poor family that don't have money. $50,000. And most indigenes, you will see them drive exotic cars. You will see, you will see Rolls Royce, you see sports cars. Rolls Royce was like you see many people driving Rolls Royce. You see many people. When we went to that mall, when we went to the mall, when you come out of the mall, the only thing you see is the indigenes, the Carterians. They don't go to roadside shops to buy things. The only people that go to buy things in roadside shops are non-indigenes. Most of the indigenes, they go to the big shopping malls where they buy branded things. They don't wear rubbish. They don't wear any kind of thing. The only thing they wear is uh, Dolce and Gabbana, Ferragamo, Bellucci. They don't wear any kind of clothes. They wear branded clothes. Yes, Bellucci. You name them. Give me some other names. You know them. That's the Gucci. That's what you see. And do you know what? The Carterians, okay, the Carterians, they go to those shops and then they shop exotic clothes and exotic wares. And one thing that's fascinated me is that rain does not fall there more than two, 3 times in a year. Rain, their rainfall is 2 to 3 times in a whole year. 365 days, rain does not fall more than 2 to 3 times. But yes, 2 to 3 times in a year. But and most of their land is arid land, is desert. But they've been able to convert the desert to skyscrapers and massive buildings. Massive buildings. You need to see the airports. The airport is the best in the world. If you see the kind of structures these people set up in their airports, hey, you will shout. I wish I could play the video for you so that you will see. You will shout. Maybe I will do a special training where I will put up all these things in a slide so that you see. So what I'm saying is that they have time. Those people have time freedom because there is a system that is already on ground that generates money for them. Okay, their oil wealth generates money for them. Their tourism generates money for them. They have a system that is working, but as an outsider, you cannot marry a Carterian. No. As an outsider, a man, you cannot marry a Carterian, a Qatar woman. You know, fit. You can't. They will not allow you to marry their women. As a matter of fact, the women are in short supply. The women are in short supply because most men have enough money to marry up to 4 wives. So they have shortage of women. They have shortage of women. Most men have money to marry up to 4 wives. So they are looking for, they don't have many, they have more men and less women out there. You don't see the indigenes anyhow because they are always at home, they are always um, at their comfort. So what I'm saying is another form of wealth is time wealth. You see, from what I've explained, these people have time at their disposal because they have a system that generates money for them. The only time you can say you have time wealth is if you are not exchanging your time and effort for money. if you are still depending on your time and your efforts for you to make money, then you are poor. Did you hear what I said? If you are still depending on if you go to work, then they will pay you salary. How long will your salary sustain you if for any reason you stop working? How long will your salary sustain you if for any reason you stop working? How long will your savings rather sustain you if for any reason you stop working? Let's say as a government worker now, if there's a change of power and they say, you know what, we are not paying any person salary again, we're not paying any person money for now until things are in control. How long will the money you have saved keep you before you go and start begging somebody money? How long? Is it going to be 1 week before you beg money, or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks? Do you know what? During the coronavirus pandemic, that was a period where this time wealth was really exposed, because at that time you see professors, people that are revered, people that are respected, people that were at the helm of affairs. Do you know what? The moment the pandemic struck, it showed their emptiness. And before you know, they were in the streets begging, they were calling people, please give me money, please help me, what have you. How long will your savings keep you if for any reason you stop making money in your current source of income? And that is why you should not be exchanging time for money, because anytime you exchange time for money, if you purchase an item, you are only spending a portion of your life. Let's say this is a remote here. Let's say this is an item you want to buy. If you are exchanging time for money, any day you buy this remote, let's say your salary in a month is 250,000, and they say this remote is 100,000. Once you buy this remote at 100,000, you have spent some part of your life. In other words, this remote can be quantified with your life, because for you to be able to replace that money, you will need to work for another period of time to make another 100,000. But if you have built a system that is generating money for you, even when you are sleeping, even when you're not working, even whether you are there or you're not there, that system generates money for you. When you're spending money, you're not spending from your life, you are spending from the system that generates money for you. And as you're spending the money to purchase this item, the same system that you have is replenishing the money you have spent already. And that's what the Diamond Project does for you. The Diamond Project gives you a chance to build a system that generates income for you passively. That's why any person that is joking with what we are doing, you are not taking it seriously. You are making a big mistake. Okay? I don't know if somebody is getting value tonight. Type value on the chat handle. If you're getting value, type value. Let me go to the next form of wealth, which is the physical wealth. Physical wealth. Physical wealth. Okay, now physical wealth is the wealth that you generate through physical, mental, and emotional stability. A kind of wealth that you generate because you have physical, you have mental. Somebody could be mentally unstable. Somebody can be emotionally unstable. Some people think that health is only when the body is sick. It's not only when the body is sick. What if the mind is sick? What if the person is emotionally unstable? What if the person is having have you ever seen somebody that had a heartbreak? Excuse me. If you have ever seen somebody that suffered a heartbreak, the person is emotionally unstable. The person is emotionally unstable. The person is thrown off balance. Okay, so physical wealth comprises your physical bodily well-being. Okay, is a form of wealth. Remember, we were saying that if you're thinking that money is just the only form of wealth you need, then you're making a mistake, because physical well-being is very, very important. Your body needs to be sound, and that's why using the products can help you to keep bodily body stability. And I recommend that if you have not been doing your maintenance, you should maintain your account so that you can use your account to buy products for physical stability. Mental stability has to do with the information that you have gained access to. Do you know what? A point in time came, I stopped listening to the news. Those of us that like listening to news, I hail thee. I give you salute. Okay? But do you know what? News is not news if it is not bad. That's most times bad news sell faster. When they are talking about bad things happening, this is happening, the other one is happening, the other one is happening. You too, you want to know, hey, what is happening? This one is happening. They say this, they say that, they say the other, they say this will happen. So most media platforms, they try to look for bad news that they will share, because if they are sharing good news, it does not sell fast. If they say, hey, this is that, that is that, most people don't hear it quick. So if you're always listening to wrong information, things that are not healthy for your mind, things that discourage you, things that don't encourage you, you're going to find out that your mental stability will begin to deteriorate. So guide what you listen to, okay? And then emotional stability, you have to intentionally work on these three forms of wealth. Of course, wealth can be built. So you can build your physical wealth by what you eat, by what you do, your mental health by what you listen to, what you read, what you discuss, the information you expose yourself to, and wealth by emotional wealth is something that you have to take up purposefully. You have to decide to be mentally stable. Mind the way you act and react to things around you, because that's what's going to decide or determine your emotional balance. You can decide to act in a particular way. You can decide to do things in a particular way, okay? As against acting in a particular way. That's for emotional stability. Let's go to point number 6. Point number 6 is financial wealth. Okay, financial wealth, which is the most popular of them all. Financial wealth, cash flow, assets, and investments. Cash flow. Now most people have cash. A little other portion portion of the population have cash flow. Most people just have cash. The moment they have some money, once that money is spent, they don't know when next they will have that kind of money again. That's wrong. Cash flow means that you have something that produces this money for you. If you have 20 million now and you spend that 20 million, you are sure another 20 million is coming any moment. Some people, they just have that 20 million. They pay them that gratuity. They pay them that gratuity, that's what do you call it? Their retirement benefits, 12 million, 15 million. They pay them 15 million once, 20 million. After paying them that money, they are not sure of ever having that kind of bulk cash again, because it is their retirement benefits. That's not the kind of life God plans or wants you and I to live. I believe that God has, even from what I saw in Qatar. Let me even tell you something. Right here in Singapore, the Singapore currency is 110 Singapore dollars. Dollars is their currency, but there's US dollar and then there's Singapore dollar. But if you have $100, okay, US dollars, 100 US dollars, $100, if you change it in in Singapore currency, you're going to have 110 with some little cents. That means the difference between Singapore currency and US dollar and Singapore dollar is just about $10 and some cents. That means it's almost 1:1. But in Nigeria, if you change $100, how much is it dollar to naira now? It's 1,600. 1,600. If you change 1,600, multiply 1,600 by 100 is how much? Is 160,000 naira. 160,000 naira. Yes, I don't know if somebody's getting what I'm saying. It means that their economy is strong, the economy is vibrant, the economy is strong, money has value. So, cash flow, some people have cash. The moment they have that bulk cash, they are happy. But after that cash is spent, they don't have another one again. Now, when you know that you are wealthy, is when you have cash flow. Somebody please type cash flow for me there. Cash flow. When you can say you are truly wealthy, remember we are talking about forms of wealth. When you can say you're truly wealthy is when you have cash flow. That even if you spend that 10 million naira today, you're sure another 10 million is coming in tomorrow. You're sure 15 million is going to come in. You're sure 20 million is coming in. That's cash flow. And how do you maintain cash flow? Through your assets and through your investments. And I like the business we do. For one, our business is a cash cow. It's a cash flow system. A system that once you set up can keep generating for you unending cash flow. You don't understand, child. Oh, I said our system is that system that once you set up, now the challenge is in setting it up because many people don't want to work, but they want to make money. Many people don't want to build anything, but they want to have the good life. And where on earth does that happen? It is not possible. I went to buy, when we came in to Singapore, they were telling us to wait a while, that their checkout time for the people that were supposed to check into the room is 1 o'clock in their time. We should wait a little. So I said, okay, let me enter this shop and buy something. I was very hungry. I entered the shop. I said, let me just buy a bottle of drink and maybe a snack and just wait for them. Do you know what? After buying the thing, in Nigeria, say if you buy something, they'll give you leather, bah. Say if you buy something, they will give you leather. Can you buy something and they'll not give you leather? If you buy something, say they will give you leather that you used to carry it now. They'll package it inside leather for you. Abi, top. Do you know what? This woman was telling me that I'll pay for the leather. Oh. The woman said that the leather, she was telling me the amount for leather to package what I bought from her. I said, no, don't give me leather. I will hold it in my hand. Can you imagine? I'll pay for leather for something I bought from you again. It shocked me. Oh. It shocked me. There's nowhere you go to in the world that you just sit down and money will start flowing to you. Okay? You have to build the assets that cause cash flow. You have to build the back end that produces the cash flow. So it's only in our business that people start business today. They've not even learned about the business. They don't even know their left from their right yet. They have not even gone through the trainings. And they want to start making crazy money overnight. They want to start. Meanwhile, it's a business and mentorship program. If you have that perception, you need to correct it. Okay. Is there money in our business? Yes. Unending cash flow. Unending cash flow. I, I'm with the mastermind here. They were talking about Ambassador Michael. Say, Ambassador Michael, there was a time he even had, in fact, not just, let's even leave Ambassador Michael. The mastermind, Dr. Victor, he was saying he had 110 million. He did not even remember that he had the 10 million. It was the bank that called him and said, hey, you told us this 10 million, you paid it. You say you are going to, you give us an instruction about how to use the 10 million, but you have not gotten back to us. So we just called as a follow-up. How far? And he said in his mind, he had completely forgotten. He did not remember that he had that 10 million. Ambassador Michael, too, the same thing. Ambassador Michael did not remember that he had the 10 million naira. He did not remember. He did not remember. That means if the banker had decided to eat that money, the person would have successfully eaten the money because he did not remember that he had the 10 million naira. He has forgotten. In his medulla oblongata, there's no record of that 10 million because he started a business at a point, and after starting the business, he started making some money from the business. From the money he started making, he started setting up assets here and there, setting up assets, properties. He has different properties that generate cash for him and cash flow. And so, and as those properties are generating money for him, the business is still generating more cash flow on a daily basis, 2 times every day. So while the properties are producing money for him, the business is still producing money for him. So when he's spending money, it is he's spending the from the oh, how do I explain to you? The money that he's spending is not from his primary source. It's not from the secondary source. The money he's spending is from the tertiary source on ending cash flow. So when you are doing this business, you need to understand what you are building. You are building a cash flow system. Now, do you know what? If you have cash flow, you are wealthy. If you don't have cash flow, you are poor. You are broke. That's why you need to build your business. You need to calm down. Somebody please type for me, calm down. Type calm down on the chat handle. You need to calm down and understand this business. Calm down. See, calm down, calm down, calm down. Understand how this business works. Understand the 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 in and out of this business, because as you keep growing in this business, you keep getting better and better. You are building a cash flow system that will give you access to assets, to investments, to what have you. So financial wealth is another form of wealth that you need to have. Calm down, understand the business that you've started, understand what you're doing. It's different from job, it's different from salary, it's different from you doing buying and selling. It's different from buying and selling. If you're not there, you're not selling until you sell before you buy. No, what if you sell this remote to somebody, if you're a business person and you sell this remote to somebody, you've sold this remote and it is gone. The next time you're thinking is, how do you sell another remote? Because you've sold this one and it's gone. But network marketing, the business that you're doing, the Diamond Project says that when you sell this remote should keep producing more money for you. This remote, after selling this remote, from this remote, other remotes will be bought. And as this remote keep creating other remote sales, whatever sales that this remote is generating pays you money from this one remote sales. When I was doing business, when you sell an item, you have sold it. The next thing you're thinking is how to sell to another person, because the person you sold this one to is telling you that I need 5 years warranty on this, that this will serve me. But in network marketing, after selling this remote to somebody, this remote, although it has left your hand, will keep producing more money for you. So the question is, what if you have 10 of these remotes? This remote, you have it times 10. This one is producing, this one is producing, this one is producing, the other one is producing. And it keeps on going down like that, down all the way. That's network marketing for you. So you have 10 sets of this remote producing money on their own. That's why you need to go and recruit new people into your business. That's why you need to sign up fresh people into your business. Sign up fresh people, place them on different legs of your accounts, so that as they are growing, as they are multiplying, as they are increasing, you can now have a cash flow system for yourself. I hope somebody's getting the point. Okay, so that's point number 6, cash flow. And then let's look at point number 7. Point number 7 is social wealth. Social wealth. Okay, what is social wealth? Social wealth is healthy, strong, supportive relationships that you have built with your family, with friends, with the society at large. It's a form of wealth, social wealth. Do you know what? The strong relationships you have around you, supportive relationships you have around you, is a form of wealth. And I used to see this thing a lot. Some people, when you're calling their contact list, when you're calling their contact list, the way people respond is, you say, hello, my name is, I'm calling you from the Diamond Project. You were recommended to us by, do you know him? Do you know her? The moment you say, do you know him? Do you know her? Some people, their contacts, they'll just say, I don't know him. I don't know her. I don't know the person. No, no, no. I don't know the person. And they will deny that they have ever met you in their life. Then there are some other persons, when you're calling their contacts, hello, my name is, do you know him? Once you just say, do you know him? Do you know her? The responses you get from their contacts is, yes, I do. I know him. I know her. People are excited when they hear their name. Social wealth. So this social wealth is because you have built strong relationships with people, with family, with friends, with the society at large. Although, fine, our business, you can grow this business even outside of your contacts. You can generate contacts from so many ways outside your your personal contacts. Let's assume that you don't have social wealth. Let's assume that you are poor when it comes to social wealth because you've not been able to build a lot of relationships, and that's bad. Okay, you can use other means to grow your business. You can use other means to expand your business and to connect to people. However, today's training is telling you that it is important that you should build your social wealth, build relationships with people, okay, with family members, with friends. In fact, some people, once they start this business, and you know what, one of the things that this business does for you is that it gives you contacts. It gives you contacts. You begin to connect to a lot of people. Some people, once somebody signs up under them, they start running away from the person. When people sign up under them, they start avoiding the people, and I don't know why. Even those people's contact lists, you don't even know whether those people's contact lists have been invited or not. Your own is register him, register her. Let me see my bonus. Encode him, encode her. Let me withdraw the money. I want to use it for something. But you don't even know whether that person's contact list have been called. You don't even know whether the person has attended IPO. You don't know whether the person has done QSG. You don't know whether the person has done breakfast meeting. You don't care to know any other thing out about that person. All you just want to know is, has the person been encoded? Register him, register her. And that's not good, because with that, you're not building a team. You're not building any social wealth. Okay. You can build a social wealth that through that person, those people will keep multiplying. So among all the forms of wealth, this is the most enriching form of wealth because you affect other people's lives as your life is being affected. Social wealth is the most enriching because in this wealth, you are affecting people's lives, you are affecting destinies, and you are affecting generations. Now, let me ask you a question. Among all these 7 forms of wealth, which one is more important than the other? Among all these 7 forms of wealth I have mentioned, which is more important? Which one is more important? No, I want an honest answer. Forget about what the training is saying. From your own perspective, okay? From your own perspective, which of these form of wealth is the most important of all to you? I'm seeing different responses. Some people are saying all are important. Some people say this is more important, the other one is important. Anyways, the training today shows you that you don't have, some people used to think that financial wealth is the most important form of wealth. But this training today has shown you that no, it's not just financial wealth, that there are 6 other forms of wealth that you need to pay attention to. And I want to tell you that I have good news for you. The good news I have for you is that all these forms of wealth I have spoken today, all of them, you can get them in the Diamond Project. All these forms of wealth, this business, talking about spiritual wealth, this business draws you to God. As far as I'm concerned, you see more vices where people are poor. If you go to communities, localities where people are, the vast majority of people you find there are poor people, you see all forms of crimes, all forms of vices, all forms of. What are you saying? See, in Qatar, people don't lock their car. Oh. You see this thing that when you park, you lock the car, shake the door to make sure that the door is locked. You want to be sure that the door is locked. When people park their car They don't lock the door. They just close the door and go. They park their car outside. You see, it's in Nigeria, you see people building walls, high fence, high walls. When we're in Qatar, before you see, they park their car on the main road and they go. They no lock door. Now you they lock door. It's you that lock door. Pardon my language. They park their car and walk away because they know nobody's stealing anything. Even if you try to steal it, cameras are everywhere. Camera is watching everything you're doing. As you're stealing it, they are catching you. So I said that this business draws you close to God. I was saying that a poor man is an angry man. A poor man is angry. So when you have money, money gives you options. Okay, when you're wealthy, when you're financially stable, it gives you options. It helps you to serve God better, right? So spiritual wealth, very powerful. This business draws you closer to God. All the forms of wealth that I've spoken about today, all of them, the Diamond Project has it. Physical wealth, any of them you mentioned, you can get in the Diamond Project. So if you are following me, just list out the 7 forms of wealth for me on the chat handle. If you are paying attention, can you help me list out the 7 forms of wealth? And if you are not writing, so now I want to show you something. And this is the main point of my training today. So just pay attention. I want to show you something now. The Diamond Project helps you to maximize the 7th form of wealth. The vision is raising financially free people who will raise other financially free people who will collectively use their resources to affect the world positively. The Diamond Project has to do with you maximizing all the forms of wealth, and more especially the 7th one, because the vision focuses on raising financially free people that will raise other financially free people that will now collectively use their resources to affect the world. And the mission this year, 2025, is to raise 500,000 diamonds in the connected economy. This project seeks to raise men and empower them financially and help them to optimize their health and help them to optimize their time and help them to expose them to the good life. This Diamond Project helps you, okay, and I to maximize financial empowerment, health optimization, time freedom, and then the exposure to the good life. That's what the Diamond Project does for you. And I want you to give Diamond Project a big round of applause. Give this project a big round of applause because the goal of this project is to help you to maximize all the forms of wealth. Okay, maximize all the forms of wealth and to be able to build your health, to be financially stable, to be healthy, to have time freedom, and to expose you to the good life. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you a practical experience here. Now, if you want to have the good life in the Diamond Project, you have to dare to dream and work to win. You have to dare to dream and work to win. If you are a part of this meeting and you are paying attention, I want you to go to the chat handle, type for me, dare to dream and work to win. Dare to dream and work to win. Type it on the chat handle. Dare to dream, work to win. You have to dare to dream. This business, the Diamond Project, is not for people that are not dreamers. Ha 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 ha. Oh, this project, I feel like standing up and jumping now. This one touched me. This business is not for people that are not dreamers. If you're not a dreamer, this business is not for you. But if you are a dreamer, if you are a Joseph, if you're always thinking of a better future, a better tomorrow, if you're always thinking of achieving more, if you're always thinking of becoming a better version of yourself, if you're thinking that where you are now is not where you want to be, if you're here, you're saying, I can do better than where I am. No, there is still more for me. If you ever ask yourself this question and say, there is more, I can do better, I can achieve more, this is not all I can do, then I want to congratulate you, because the Diamond Project is for people like you. The Diamond Project is for people that think outside the box. People that say to themselves, you know what, I can't play small, I can't be a shadow of myself, I am not satisfied with just peanuts, I think and I know that I deserve more. I deserve the good life. I deserve to live better. I deserve to become the best version of myself. If you're here and you're saying, I'm not okay with borrowing, I'm not okay with living the life of mediocrity, I'm not okay with being just somebody that will end with a family legacy. You say, no, I want communal legacy. I want national and international legacy. I want to affect my world positively. Then you are welcome to the Diamond Project, because the Diamond Project is for such people who are hungry enough, who are not satisfied with just settling for small. Dare to dream and work to win. Now, let me tell you something. A dream written down with a date is a goal. Any dream you write down, you put a date on that dream, that thing has become a goal. A dream written down with a date is a goal. A goal that is broken down into steps becomes a plan. Somebody is getting something tonight. And if you any person that leaves this meeting before I finish, I'll just pity you. I'll just say, hey, yeah, sorry. A dream that you have written down becomes a goal. A goal that you have broken down into steps becomes a plan. A plan that is backed up by action makes your dream to come true. Many people stop at just dreaming. They never wake up to bring their dreams to realization. If you are here and you've been dreaming and dreaming and dreaming, you can keep dreaming for so many years. And at the end of the day, the dream remains a dream. If you want your dream to become a reality, you must put a date on it and say, between so time and so time, I must get this done. I was not part of the vacation this time around, but by the next vacation coming up by December, by September, I must be part of it. In fact, if I am not on that vacation, it's not going to hold. You put a date. I must be celebrated as a monthly millionaire. I must be celebrated as a 2 Club member. I must be celebrated as an ECL. I must be celebrated as a 2 Club. What have you? You know your goal. I must be a Kingsman. Now, once you put a date on it and say between so time and so time, I must be celebrated. Now that becomes a real goal. So let me ask you, what are you dreaming about? If you are dreaming about it, what dates have you put that's the time you are going to achieve that dream? So many of you are saying, I will become a monthly millionaire. I'll be celebrated. I must be celebrated. If I ask you now and I say, how many of you here are going to be celebrated? A lot of you will raise your hands up. And I'm asking you when? Next 2 years? Hello? Next year? Is it going to be next 5 years? When are you going to be celebrated? For what will you be celebrated? You have to have a date on the dream. Say, no, this month I'm going to become a kingsman by the end of this month. You write it down in present continuous tense. You say, as at 30th of April 2025, as at 29th of April 2025, I am a kingsman. As at 29th of April 2025, I am an ECL. As at 29th of April 2025, I am this, I am that, I am the other. Write the dates down. Write the vision down, make it plain so that the person that sees will run, because the vision is for an appointed time. Wait for it. Although the vision tarries, it must come to pass. Write the vision down. Write the dream down. Make it plain. Even God is demanding from you that your dreams should come with clarity. Habakkuk 2:2. You go and check your Bible. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. Write the vision down. Make it plain. Let your vision not come with ambiguity. See, God is willing to support your dreams to come to reality. God is more than willing that you should prosper. He said, I wish above all things, not some things. God says to you and to me, he said, I wish above everything that you should prosper. God wants your prosperity through all these 7 forms of wealth I've mentioned now. He said, I want you to prosper. He said, I want you to be in health, even as your soul prospers. So God is interested in your prosperity, but he demands that you should write the vision down. What do you want to do? Who do you want to become? What do you want to achieve? Write it down. Make it plain. Some people, even they themselves, their vision is confusing them. Their dream is not yet clear to them. They themselves are confused about their vision. No, make it plain. Okay? So once you write it down and make it plain, it becomes a goal. Now, once it becomes a goal, the next thing you do is that you will now break this goal down to small steps. Small steps to achieve your dream. What are you going to? These small steps is divided into daily steps, into weekly steps, into monthly steps for you to become that person you say you want to become. What are you going to do today? What are you going to do tomorrow to make sure that your dream comes to reality, so that it does not end up as a dream? What are you doing today? What have you done today to make sure that that dream comes to pass? What do you plan on doing tomorrow? Break it down. And in our business, we can target the income producing activities. What are the things that you are going to be doing today? What are the things you'll be doing tomorrow to make sure that your dream comes to reality? Write down your activity for the day. Income producing activities. prospecting, inviting, presenting, closing, follow up, starting a new distributor, promoting event. You know what to do. Write down the activities. Break it down to daily tasks, daily goals, daily targets, daily activities. Once you break it down to daily and weekly and monthly tasks, it becomes a plan. Okay? And now, after breaking it down, once you put in action on it, you will now see that those dreams will begin to come to manifestation. Then somebody will now say, wow, congratulations. I knew that you would make us proud. I knew that you would do it. It's just like now that I am on vacation. I hope you know that not every leader is on vacation now. Do you know that not every person is on vacation? Type the answer on the chat handle. Do you know that some other people that are leaders are not on vacation? Do you know that many people did not qualify for the vacation? Do you know that many people are not part of the vacation? So why am I here and they are not? Why am I on vacation? Why am I in Singapore? Why was I in Qatar and they are not? Because from the very first day when this thing was announced, I decided, I say, I must be on this vacation. I say, no, I must be on this vacation. Even if other people will not go, me, I will go. I said, I must be there. So I dreamt of being there. I wrote it down. I said, I'm there. I began to tell every person that I will be on vacation soon. I began to put in the daily activities that will make me to be on the vacation. I had plans. I was doing activities every day. They gave us a challenge. They said, this is what you need to do. And then I followed it. Now there is a challenge going on. It's called the DPA challenge. It's called the 555 worksheet challenge. How many of us even know that there's a challenge going on? Not to even talk about implementing the challenge. Many of us know that we are running a 90 days challenge and that people at the end of this challenge will be celebrated. Do you know that many of us are not even aware? Many people are not even aware that there's a DPA challenge going on. In fact, cell meeting tomorrow morning, we are going to be talking about the DPA challenge so that any person that is lost will be found. If you don't know what DPA challenge is, tomorrow morning, join the cell meeting. What we'll be talking about is the DPA challenge. We'll be talking about the 555 worksheets challenge. We'll be talking about it so that you understand it and so that you can run with a definite course of action. Okay, once you put in the action, your dream become true. So I began to put in the action, I began to put in the effort, I began to do those activities that I had already broken down to achieve the vacation. And today, here I am on vacation, and other people are not. Dare to dream and work to win. Dare to dream. Dare to dream that thing. So, as I'm talking to you right now, let me tell you something. Hello? 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 Let me tell you something. As I'm here now, I am already dreaming of something else again. And this my dream, is dare to dream and work to win, right? This my dream I'm dreaming right now. I'm writing it down. As I'm here now, I always tell you people, my team members, that I am not a fan of the rave of the moment. Some people, they are just excited with the momentary, that thing that is happening at the time. Hey, they are carried away by it. They're excited. After that, they've forgotten everything. No, as I'm here now, as I'm here, my mind, the only thing that's going on in my mind, the next dream, dare to dream, the next thing, I write it down. I'm saying to myself, no, I have to achieve this. I have to be on the next vacation. I have to become a cell leader. I have to become this. I have to do this. I need to do that. And I'm already drawing my plan, and I'm already working at it. And do you know what? The next time again you see it again happening, what are you dreaming about today? When you see, if you're doing this business and you don't have a dream, you have already failed before you started. Dream of becoming an active partner before the end of this week. Sign up one person and apply and on board. Okay? Dream of becoming a Kingsman. Sign up 5 people. Help them to sign up one person each. Dream of becoming an ECL. Raise 5 Kingsmen. Dream of becoming a cell leader. Raise 5 ECL. Dream of becoming a 2 Comma Club member. Make above 1 million naira every month for the next 3 months. You become a 2 Comma Club member. Dream of becoming an MM mentor. Raise 1 2 Comma Club member and 1 monthly millionaire. I can go on and on. I'll be talking about that, or we'll be talking about that in cell meeting tomorrow. I want to show you a very practical scenario. I hope you're with me. I'm about to wrap up this meeting, but I want to show you a very practical scenario. Before I show you that practical scenario, if you are with me, type it on the chat handle. I'm with you. Type it on the chat handle. I'm with you. I want to show you a practical scenario. Look at this here. This is what we call dare to dream and work to win. This was me before C21FG. This was my car before C21FG. Oh, this was my car. How I love this car. You know, the car that I bought with my own money. Hey, if you see the way I was driving this car. But do you know what? After joining C21FG, after connecting to the Diamond Project, that's me there. Stay with me. Look at this. This was me before C21FG. Do you see what poverty did to me? Child. Poverty is a bad thing. Do you see what death did to me? This was before the Diamond Project. And now this is me after. Please, which one is better? Which of these two is better? The left or the right? Is there any difference? Is there any difference? Say the truth and shame the devil. Say the truth. Is there any difference? Hi, my God. I can't wait to see the new version of you. This version of you is the old version before. I want to see your after. I want to see the after. See transformation now. See transformation through the Diamond Project. So if people who knew me before, when they see me again, they'll say, what happened? Yes, that's what they're asking. What happened? And what happened is not about what happened, is what happened. You've changed. You've changed. That's what we're talking about. Dare to dream, work to win. Who is a dreamer here? Dare to dream, work to win. I don't know if there are dreamers here. I want to place your picture side by side like this. I would love to do the same thing for you. I want to do the same thing for you. Before, after. Let me show you another one. This was me before C21FG. This was me before, and that is me after. Is there any difference? This is my office today. That was my office before. This is my office in the Diamond Project. This was my office as a businessman. This is my office in Diamond Project. Which one is better? Which one is better, Bikono? Which one is better? Dare to dream, walk to win. Dare to dream, walk to win. Is there any dreamer in the house here? This is not motivational talk. This is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. This was before the opportunity. This was before I saw the opportunity. This was me in my shop. But this is me now in the Diamond Project, in my office. The difference is clear. There is a shift. There is a transformation. There's an obvious change. There is an obvious change. There's an obvious improvement. There's an obvious increase. There's an obvious shift. There's an obvious transformation. When you dream and work to win, some people stop at dreaming. They don't work to win. Did I have challenges in the course of building this business? Yes. Some people, when they face any small challenge in building this business, they want to run away. It is the challenge that forms you. The time when you are experiencing rejection, the time when somebody is saying no. Some people, when they experience rejection, they want to run away. They want to quit. They want to stop doing the business because they experience rejection. Do you know what? You're quitting on your dreams. You're quitting on your obvious better future in this business. My friend did not like it. My friend did not support me. My husband said this. My wife said that. My wife did not support me when I started this business, but today my wife is my #1 fan, my biggest fan. Oh, but when I was starting, she said, I don't understand it. I don't know what it is all about. I don't understand what people are doing. And I invited her for presentation several times. She did not come. But today, my wife is my biggest fan, my biggest support. So if you're experiencing challenges in the business as you're building it, have fun. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process because all these things build you. These things are the things that will make you better and stronger. And do you know what? When these things build you, you are now able to do better. Okay, these things build you. Somebody please type for me on the chat handle. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. God bless you, therapists. The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Those things that you are passing through right now, they are building you for a better future. Enjoy the process. Learn in the process. What is it that I am not doing right that I'm supposed to be doing? Of course, if somebody is doing this business and getting results, and you're doing it and you're not getting results, there is something that that person knows. There's something that that person is doing that you are not doing. So find out what. Find out how. Find out what is the person doing. It's a learning process. So the more you learn, the more you know, the better you become. Look at this here. Do you see any transformation going on here? This is me and the mastermind 381 family. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? 6 years ago, when this opportunity was shown to me, I was a floor member. Some people say it's for the leaders, it's for the people at the top, it's the people that started since. They are the ones that are enjoying these things. You lie. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know. You are confused. You're a confused person. You need to seek clarity. You need to seek clarity. He says for people at the top, it's for people that started since. It's not true. Some years ago, me too, I was just a beginner. Some people were already succeeding at the time. But dare to dream, work to win. I said, okay, fine. If there's success in this business, then I have to experience the success too. If there's success in this business, then I have to be part of it. And I began to build the business from scratch, from zero, from nothing. Oh, today now I am with the mastermind. I'm among the top 5 leaders in 381 Division 1. And as a matter of fact, they called the best 20 in the whole of Nigeria and the world, at large, 381 family Division 1. They called top 1. They called top 20. They did not call my name. They called 19. They didn't call my name. They called 18. They didn't call my name. They called 17. They did not call my name. They called 16. They didn't call my name. They called 15. They didn't call my name. They called 14. They didn't call my name. They called 13. They called 12. They called 11. They called the first 10. They did not call my name. I was saying, come on, these guys. Why are you people not calling my name? I thought I was trying small. They called 9, they called 8, they called 7, they called 6, they called 5. They didn't call my name. I said, what? Are you sure these people did not forget to write my name? They called 5, they called 4, they called 3, they called 2. They didn't call my name. But then they called 1. They said the best. And they called my name as top 1. Are you kidding me? Dare to dream and work to win. They called number 1 in the whole of 381 family. All these thousands of people. All these thousands of people. And they called me as top 1. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Now, I like the fact that somebody is saying, I tap from you. I want you to know what you are tapping. So that when you are saying, I tap, you know what you are tapping. You are tapping sleepless nights. So you are tapping work. You're tapping working while other people are sleeping. Somebody say, I tap from you. I tap the anointing. I tap the grace. Please bless me to lay your hand on me. Tap the work. Tap the work to win. That's what many people fail. They tap the grace. I tap from your grace. Tap the work. Leave the grace. God will always encourage the humble. If you walk, God will give you success. Tap the work. Say, I tap the work. I tap working when other people are sleeping. And I tap working when they are awake. And I tap working when they are walking. No days off. Even as I'm here on vacation, sef, as I'm talking to you, my body dey pepper me. I was thinking since I say, hi, for the first time, I'd not do events. I'd not do, hey, my body was scratching me. Say, no, I got to do something. Some other person, if you are the one on this vacation, you even forget about your business self. As you are seeing fine, fine cars, fine, fine everything, fine, fine mansion, you will forget about everything you are doing. You will not do anything. Say, I beg, more leave me, make I rest. People should allow me, let me rest. After all, I've been working so hard. Even this training, you will not do it. Please tap the work. See, I want to be hardworking. I want to be more hardworking than you. Oh, may God bless you with the gift to be more hardworking than every other person around you. Because hard work does not kill you, it makes you stronger. Invite more, prospect more, do more events than every other person, do more activities than every other person. The grace you should be tapping is the grace for work. God, give me the grace to work harder than every other person I know. Success will become natural. Look at this here. See, this is me and the Hall of Fame members. 381 family. This is my next stop. I'm going to become a Hall of Fame member very soon. Watch out for me. Watch out for me. Watch out for me. Watch out for me. I want you to join me. Come and be top one. As I'm leaving top one position, come and collect it. I dash you top one. Me, I'm going for Hall of Fame. That's why I took this picture. That's why I was intentional. That's why I took this picture. I was intentional. I said, okay, fine. In fact, when the vacation was announced, I only told myself, okay, fine. Beautiful. It's time for me to get closer. I want to know what these people know. I want to get closer to them, to get the knowledge, get the information from them, and then move to the next level because that's where I belong. I want you to touch yourself, touch yourself, touch yourself now. Are you touching yourself? Tap yourself. Say, I am the best that has ever been and the best that will ever be. Tap yourself, say it to yourself. I am the best that has ever been and the best that will ever be. Tap yourself. Are you doing that? I am the best that has ever been. I am the best that will ever be. These people are multi-millionaires. These people are blessed. They have a cash flow system. I came to tap from their blessing. The blessing I came to tap on, let me know what they are doing so that me too, I'll do it too. How do they do their own work? How do they go about building their business? I've been asking questions since I came for this retreat. Now, question bring me, come me. I say it's retreat, self, this vacation. Permit me. Sorry, I'm using broken. Is to tell, I want to communicate to you in the best language you understand. It's question that I've been asking here. How did you do this? How did you do that? How did you do the other? Before I leave this, don't tell anybody. As I'm talking to you now, I will ask question in this vacation. I will ask. And I'm just getting the vital points. I'm writing it down. The next thing I'm implementing, dare to dream, work to win. That should become your slogan and my slogan. That should become our slogan, dare to dream and work to win. Is somebody getting value tonight? If you're getting value, type value. As I prepare to wrap up this training, dare to dream, work to win. When you see somebody tomorrow morning, tell the person, dare to dream and work to win. When you see somebody in the office tomorrow, if somebody is experiencing rejection, If somebody is saying, I feel like quitting, tell the person, dare to dream, work to win. If somebody is telling you this, that, dare to dream, work to win. Anytime you feel down, you feel discouraged, tell yourself, dare to dream, work to win. If you get sign up 31 accounts, you are happy. Don't celebrate for 2 seconds, then stop celebrating. Tell yourself, dare to dream, work to win. Because it's not with that 31 account that you are going to get to the top. When you sign up one person, you have one leader in your team. You have another leader in your team. You have 2 leaders in your team. You have 3 leaders in your team. Celebrate for 2 seconds, then stop. Tell yourself, I did not say you should not celebrate though. I say celebrate for 2 seconds only. After celebrating for 2 seconds, you tell yourself, dare to dream, work to win until I get to the prize. Okay? Now look at this here. This was me before I started the business. And now that's me in the business. Can you see transformation? Dare to dream, work to win. Just see the difference. The difference is clear. They said pictures don't lie. Pictures don't lie. Before the business, after the business. That's what this opportunity is all about. Transformation. Okay? Look at this here. Transformation. That's what it's all about. Transformation. Total transformation. Okay? Total transformation. Because you said yes to the opportunity. Dare to dream and work to win. Dare to dream, work to win. So, as I prepare to wrap up this training today, I hope you have gotten value. I hope you've gotten value. Did you see what I saw? Do you like what you are seeing? Yes, that's what we are talking about. What are you dreaming about today? The good life. I'm dreaming of the good life. And I know that any person can achieve the good life. Okay? Any person. When I say any person, I mean any person can achieve the good life. Okay? Now let me show you 4 steps or 5 steps to succeed, and then I'll end this meeting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. Okay, 6 steps to succeed, and then I'll end this meeting. Number 1, goal setting. Okay. Number 1, goal setting. Number 2, compress time frames. What you want to achieve in 1 month, break it down to 2 weeks. Instead of you taking 1 month before you achieve it, try to do it in 2 weeks. Okay? Compress time frame. Number 3, understand momentum and sustaining momentum. What helped me to scale? What did I do that helped me to scale? Okay, I understood momentum and sustaining momentum. When you start doing something, if you did breakfast meeting and you got sign up the first time, don't stop. Do another one again. Do another one again. See, if you start doing something and you start succeeding, if you start getting sign-ups, then you now stop. It's just like you are pushing a car up a cliff. If you stop pushing the car will turn and roll back and go farther than it was when you started pushing it. When you start generating results, when you start generating success, when you did an event, you got signed up, you did this, you got signed up, you did that, don't stop. That is not the time to stop. That's the time to work harder. That's the time to put in more effort. That's the time to put in more activities, to put in more push. Okay, so understand momentum and understand sustaining momentum through putting in more effort after you have gotten your first success. That's why I say just celebrate for 2 seconds. Don't celebrate more than 2 seconds. After celebrating for 2 seconds, you start working and work harder than you did the first time. Grow in rank intentionally. Don't remain a floor member. Don't remain an active partner. Don't remain an active partner alone. Don't remain a Kingsman alone. Push to become an ECL. Push to become a cell leader. In the cell meeting tomorrow morning, I'll be talking about that alongside other leaders. We'll be talking about that. The next thing is build men, build leaders. Not every person will become a leader in your team, but if you have 5 people, only 5 people, 6 people, if you have 7 people in your team that are ready to do this business with you, I tell you, you are financially free. If you have only 7 people that are ready to do this business with you, the way you're doing this business, they too, they are doing the business. They love the business the way you love the business. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once you have up to 7 of them, your problems in this life financially are gone. So your main work now is to find out those 7 people that are going to do this business with you. As a matter of fact, they are willing to do this business whether you are there or not. I don't know if somebody got the point. I said your main work is just to find out these 7 persons who are willing, ready to do this business with you, whether you are there or not. So you're going to go through some number of persons, okay, to find these 7 persons. You have to sift out people, you have to go through some people, then you will find your best 7. Then the final point there is learn to sacrifice and invest into your business. Some people, when they are told to invest into their business, buy airtime for yourself, do this, do that. You don't like removing money from your pocket. Anytime they say remove money from your pocket to do something in the office, you say, why are these people disturbing me? Why are these people worrying me? Or you're to remove money from your pocket to do something that will help your business to grow. You feel like somebody is worrying you. Let me tell you something. If you continue like that, your growth will be stagnated. You will start having stunted growth. And one of the things that have helped me in this business is the ability to sacrifice and reinvest into my business. I've sacrificed a lot. I can't say all now, but I have sacrificed a lot. I have spent. Yes, I'm making money from the business. Even when I've not even started making money, some people say I've not made any money. So why will I be spending money on something that I've not made any money from? You're wrong. Before I even started making money in this business, I've already invested into my business. I knew that the future is bright. I was willing to invest into my business even when the success had not started coming. Some people, their hand is like this. See my hand. That's how their hand is. to their business. Aka gone. Aka like this. Let me tell you, look at the way my hand is. Can something else enter this hand as my fist is like this? Can you put something into this hand? Is it not closed? Because my hand is fisted. Okay? But if I open my hand like this, it means that I am ready to receive. I'm ready to collect. Okay? So you should be willing to reinvest into your business, buy questionnaires, do whatever it takes that will help you to build your business. Okay? Do whatever it takes. And even if it means you reinvesting into your business, do so. We have a big event coming up in the next few days. Let me show you the previous one we did. Collect the chair when you sit down. Nobody can collect the chair when you sit down. These are the gods with them they carry for pocket. I cannot be this because my father is not your little. These are the gods with them they for a pocket. All of them are worthless. And I don't need that because my father is not empty. We have this mega event coming up in the next in about 1 week plus time. We want to put 1,000 women into the hall. 1,000 women. Okay. Now, we want to put 1,000 women into the hall. And every person, when I say every person, I mean every person in the team, you are required to get at least 10 tickets. Each ticket is 1,000. You are required to get 10 tickets. You are going to use those 10 tickets to invite at least 10 women for our next event coming up on when is the date? Who knows the date? Tell me on the chat handle. Who knows the date? Tell me on the chat handle. 10 women from you, minimum of 10 women from you investing into your business. You're finding your best 7. You will sign up a number of persons. Let them, they will make payments. A number of them will sign up. Out of these people that sign up, you will select your best 7. You will select your best 7. You're a leader. You look like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As they go through the SMO, tomorrow I'll be talking about all that. But every person here, you are to get how many tickets? Type it on the chat handle. How many tickets? How many tickets on the chat handle? How many tickets? Every person. How many tickets? 10 tickets. So my question is, have you gotten your own tickets? Have you gotten your tickets? Have you gotten your tickets? If you have not gotten your tickets, get it this night, okay? The account number for the tickets will be posted on the WhatsApp group. Get your 10 tickets and begin to invite 10 women you love and care about. You want them to be financially stable and independent. You're going to give them the tickets and tell them, I'm inviting you to an event. The ticket costs me, of course, the worth of the ticket is 5,000, 10,000 naira, but you're getting it as a subsidized rate of 1,000 naira for early birds. People that will pay late, they will pay 3,000 naira for the same ticket. So early birds, 1,000 naira. Get your tickets for this massive event for women. And then we have our retreats coming up in May. Okay, although I'm going to communicate to us some other details about this retreat, but the retreat for early birds is 20,000 naira for early birds. Okay, 20,000 naira for the ticket for the retreat. If you have not gotten your ticket for the retreat, 20,000, do so. So in all, we're talking about you just around 30K to be able to do some of these things that are very, very important. You can send the money to the account numbers on the WhatsApp group. After now, we are going to be posting the account number. All you need is about 30K to be able to get your ticket for the events coming up and the retreats coming up shortly. Okay, I want to appreciate every one of you who have stayed up with me up to this time. You kept your promise. I want to give you a big applaud. I'm clapping for you. If you can see me, I'm giving you accolade, and I hope I did not waste your time. I hope you got value from today's training. And if you got value from today's training, I want to tell you that you are the best that's ever been that, and the best that will ever be. And do you know what? I want you to know that we can achieve more together. Okay, we will achieve more together. Let's work together as a team. Let's build together. The only way you can encourage me to do more, the only way you can encourage me to even give my best more, is if we have different things like this and you are showing up and you are participating. It's a big encouragement to me. So I want you all to get your tickets for your own good. You're not just encouraging me, but you're encouraging yourself. You're doing your business. Get these tickets. After now, the details will be posted on the WhatsApp group. Do it, and I'll see you in the cell meeting tomorrow morning. If you got value from this meeting today, please just type value, value, value on the chat handle as I call this meeting to an end. God bless you. I love you all, and good night. Enjoy.